Satoshi-linked Bitcoin addresses are back in the quantum risk debate. Satoshi Nakamoto Bitcoins puts the focus on the sensitive issue is whether protecting old coins would conflict with Bitcoin property rights. The confirmed detail is that Galaxy researcher Alex Thorn discussed how quantum computing could affect early Bitcoin P2PK addresses. The opening tension is concrete: whether Bitcoin research advances without forcing rushed or divisive protocol changes. That matters for Bitcoin holders, exchanges, and core developers because they have to read 22,000 addresses and 50 BTC each before the full outcome is visible. The first read should stay tied to those facts, not to broad crypto mood or an unsupported forecast. The baseline starts with this. The coins are described as spread across roughly 22,000 addresses with about 50 BTC each. That structure makes the risk different from a single wallet holding the entire early supply. The measurable anchor is 22,000 addresses, while 50 BTC each gives the story its structure. The related signal is P2PK exposure, which keeps the story tied to a specific mechanism instead of a vague market reaction. These details set the boundary for the rest of the segment. What is confirmed, who is exposed, and which checkpoint must arrive before the next read changes. Most people arrive after the move is obvious and the easy upside is gone. We focus on serious crypto education and high-quality signals before the crowd rushes in, so you can understand the setup earlier and move sooner. If you want that edge, visit the link below now. The mechanism is P2PK, exposes public keys in a way that future quantum attacks could target. In plain English, a powerful enough quantum computer could try to derive private keys from exposed public keys. That matters because how wallets prepare for future cryptography risk depends on the mechanism working as described, not on a headline alone. If a viewer misses this mechanism, the story can look like ordinary volatility or routine announcement traffic. For Satoshi coins, it is really a test of quantum debate and whether post-quantum proposals pass review. If that condition does not appear, the setup stays conditional rather than confirmed. The direct impact lands on Bitcoin holders, exchanges, and core developers. Exchanges and active wallets may be more practical near-term honeypots than dormant. Early addresses those entities can migrate to post-quantum addresses more easily than untouched historic coins. This is where the story becomes practical, because it changes how wallets prepare for future cryptography risk rather than only the mood around Satoshi coins. The affected side does not need a grand market narrative to feel the consequence. It needs clarity on migration plan. That is why the impact scene stays focused on the user, trader, protocol, regulator, or institution actually named in the facts. The unresolved part is neutral atom quantum technology does not present the widespread short-term threat often imagined. That does not prove that Satoshi coins are about to move or that current quantum systems can break Bitcoin at scale. The evidence that would clarify the gap is tested post-quantum tools and a credible migration path accepted by developers. This boundary is not a formality. It is the difference between the confirmed event and the outcome people may already be trying to price. Without that proof, cryptography debate remains a live risk, even if the first reaction looks confident. Until that evidence appears, the confirmed event and the expected outcome have to stay separate. Most people arrive after the move is obvious and the easy upside is gone. We focus on serious crypto education and high-quality signals before the crowd rushes in, so you can understand the setup earlier and move sooner. If you want that edge, visit the link below now. The next filter is whether Bitcoin research advances without forcing rushed or divisive protocol changes. Satoshi Nakamoto Bitcoins should be judged by that trigger, not by the loudest forecast attached to it. If post-quantum proposals pass review, the story gains confirmation. If developers split on migration design, attention shifts back to cryptography debate. The useful close is to track 22,000 addresses, 50 BTC each, and migration plan together, because one signal alone can misread a conditional setup. For Satoshi coins, research matters before panic does.